Hello YouTube, today I have a different type of video for you today. It's not an airsoft review or a Nerf review, but it does have to do with Nerf. I'm gonna show you my two modified Nerf guns, but whenever I'm not doing videos, sometimes I actually am modding Nerf guns. And probably some of you don't even know that I know how to do modding. And I'm not like a professional modder, but I do know how to like mod a little bit. And these are two Nerf guns that I modded that I just really like a lot and ended up really good. And like just from looking at them, like they don't look very good. I'm planning on doing stuff to make them look better, look cooler, but they do actually work and they are like really cool. So first I'm going to talk about the Rapid Strike. And the Rapid Strike, the mod I did with this one, I didn't actually come up with it by myself. I saw a video on how to do this one. This is basically what I did, or what I saw in the video on how to make this Rapid Strike a lot cooler or work a lot better. What you do is, first of all, I took an 8.4 volt Airsoft battery and I connected it to just any battery charger that I don't care about, because I have a lot of these Airsoft chargers that come with guns and I really only need one charger to charge on my batteries. So I just took a charger I didn't care about. Then what I did is I connected the battery to the charger, and then I took the part that plugs into the wall and cut it off, the charger, so it's just wire. So I ended up with a battery with this connected to a wire. Then I took wire strippers and stripped the end of the two wires. And whenever you normally take a Rapid Strike and you put the D batteries or C batteries in, I think it's C batteries actually, but whenever you put them in the tray and stick the tray in the back, there's these two metal pieces, and all the energy from the batteries goes to those metal pieces. I took the two wires, because you know how Airsoft Battery, the wires are like, it's two wires glued together. You split the wires apart, strip each of them, and put them to the back of the two metal pieces. So then, now I have instead of regular batteries, I have a Nerf gun with an Airsoft battery. And this is how powerful it is now. So yeah, it is pretty cool, and what's cool is I put, to make it look a little bit nicer so you wouldn't see the wires inside of here, I just covered it with electrical tape. And then what I did is, like, whenever you're not using it, you can just unplug these wires, so then it won't rev up and you can just save your battery. And whenever you do want to use it, just plug the wires together and it works. And what this did is this didn't make the gun more accurate, but it made it a lot more powerful and it shoots a little bit faster. So I'm gonna take a fully loaded 18 round mag and show you how cool it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So let's shoot this. Okay, we are going to be shooting at that pyramid I made out of the green plastic cups. Let's shoot. And yep, that's how cool it is. That's basically what I did. It makes the gun shoot faster and more powerful. And I'm gonna have to restack the cups the next time I shoot it. So now I'm gonna show you the mod I did on the stryfe. And this mod, I just came up with this by myself, but I actually did 3 mods. The very first mod I did was I took out every single internal lock, and that's like pretty easy. You can open it and look at where all the locks are and just unscrew stuff, take the locks out, screw it back together. And since I took the locks out, now I can pull the trigger whenever I want. And I can rev the gun without the magazine in. Yeah. The second mod I did was I bought this little piece online, and it's actually meant for the stryfe. What it is, it's just like a bigger magazine release, because the stryfe used to have a small mag release, like the one on the Rapid Strike right here. You see this little small magazine release, like this piece? You just push it, pull the magazine out. I bought this bigger one online. Instead of orange, it's black, and it's a lot longer and skinnier, and it looks cooler. So now all I have to do is just push since I'm left-handed, I just push my middle finger forward, pull it out. Or I could use my thumb, like that. So this mod basically made the gun a lot more powerful, and It's not as powerful as the Rapid Strike. This Rapid Strike is more powerful than this because this even has a stronger battery in it, but it ended up being less powerful because all electric Nerf guns coming out now have this thing called the Thermistor, and what the Thermistor does is it blocks voltage coming in, so you can't make your gun too powerful. And what a lot of modders do is they buy these like AA batteries for their strifes, but they're like have way more voltage. Like they buy trust fires or IMRs, and some of them just cut out the Thermistor and resolder it. I kind of made this thing, and it's not as powerful as the Rapid Strike right here, but it is a lot more powerful than the stryfe used to be. Basically, how it works is, for you to understand better, I'll just take this lid off right here because I can tape it back on whenever I want. This is what it looks like inside. What I did is I opened this cover, took out every single AA battery I had in, and then what I did is I took this battery right here. It's a Matrix 1300 milliamp LiPo 11.1 volt battery, and really you can use any airsoft battery you want to make it more powerful, but it has to be at least 8.4 volts because I tried it with 7.2 volts, it made it even less powerful, but when I tried it with 8.4 volts, it made it more powerful. So I just used this LiPo battery just to get it as powerful as I can without the Thermistor ruining anything. So what I did is I took this and connected it to a charger that I didn't care about, just like on the Rapid Strike. I connected it to a charger I didn't care about, just plugged it together, and then I took wire strippers and I cut off the part that plugs into the wall. And you see how airsoft batteries are like two wires connected together, glued together? What you do is once you cut it off, you split the wire apart and then strip each one. And what you do is you take one of the wires and you connect it to this metal piece, and the other one and connect it to the metal spring. And then once you do that, all you have to do is plug it in like this. And it makes it more powerful. Now, this is one thing when you're gonna do this mod, you wanna make sure you don't do. What I did the first time is, you see how there's two wires? One of them is completely black and one of them is black with gray lines going across. And that's because they're actually like two different wires. The first time I did it, the wires were the other way and they were the wrong way. And what happened was the flywheels in the back and the blaster, instead of spinning the right way to spit the dart out, it was spinning backwards. So whenever I pulled the trigger, it literally just jammed up the gun, and once the pusher pushed the dart into the flywheels just spit it back and it jammed everything. And I spent like 10 minutes thinking about what was wrong. So I asked my dad and he told me what was wrong. I put the wires wrong and I was like, oh, that's what's wrong. So I went back upstairs, and what I did is I opened it, I had to rewire everything. I switched the wires around like this. So the black wire with the gray stripes was on the bottom and the full black wire was on the top. And then I did it and I rewired it and then it worked. And what I did, I originally was gonna leave it like this, but what you can do is you can actually just put the battery cover back on. And it's not gonna be able to screw in because you're gonna crush this wire. Eventually I'm gonna drill a hole in here for a place for the wire to go through, but you can just put it back on and then put tape over it so it won't fall off. And then it looks a little bit nicer than just looking at a bunch of wires. And this is also like the Rapid Strike, where whenever I'm not using it, I can just unplug it. And when I am using it, I can just plug it back in. It is a lot better of an idea to just cut the Thermistor out, solder them back together, and then put in IMRs or trust fires. And it looks nice, and it's way more powerful than this. But some people are not comfortable using a soldering iron because they're afraid of burning themselves. This is basically just a way I came up with for people to make their gun more powerful, to avoid using the soldering iron and cutting out the Thermistor and taking a risk of maybe breaking the gun if you don't solder the wires back together. So yeah, that's basically what I did on the stryfe, and now I'm gonna show you shooting it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I'm just gonna reset up the cups. load in my 18-round magazine, and we'll fire. Are you ready? Shoot. And boom, that's it. It just feels cool when it's really powerful because it's actually really hard with connecting the wires whenever you're modding it. It's hard to line up the wires with the metal pieces and then tape it down because it messes up a lot. But once you've done it, it'll be worth like maybe spending an hour or actually more like 30 minutes. It'll be worth doing it because it makes it a lot more powerful and a lot more fun to shoot. And if you're in a Nerf war against 5 people and they have regular guns and you have the modded one, I bet you'll probably win. And I actually haven't used these guns in a Nerf war yet because I haven't used the Rapid Strike in a Nerf war yet because I don't know why. I haven't used the stryfe yet because I just made it today. I just made the stryfe today and I wanted to do the video. So that's the end of the video. Bye YouTube, thanks for watching and please subscribe. Peace out.